Yeah, it's typical, isn't it? You're just about to press the button, you're just hovering over the button, and the sound goes off.
I think you pressed the wrong button.
Yeah.
That's the new thing. I've got Hangouts on Air is live. Hangouts on Air is going away later this year for quick streaming. Try YouTube webcam. What's that all about?
Where? What? Who?
What?
Hangouts on Air is going away later this year.
Oh dear.
I haven't got that.
No, I didn't. But we're not hosting it.
YouTube.com/webcam.
Hey, we're going to get rid of this thing that everybody uses and not replace it with anything. Fantastic. Thanks, Google.
Well, for sure.
We'll find out.
Yeah, going by the notice that's in the top right-hand corner of my screen now, it could be the beginning of the end.
It would just be Ted on his own in future, because
Google is doing away with Hangouts. It seems Hangouts on Air. Here we are. Does anybody know anything about that?
Nope. It might replace with something decent. We'll find.
Well, Hangouts have stopped being supported 20 years ago, didn't it?
No, but that was Hangouts, not.
Yeah, that's what it is. This is Hangout on Air thing. They stopped supporting it, and the toolbox stopped working, and things go bad, didn't it?
I think the reality is that nobody understands any of Google's products. They just have trillions of them.
It would just be a thing where they'll stop fixing it when things break. They'll just not fix it anymore, and then something else break, and I might as well do away with it because nobody's using it.
Yeah, that's why you don't want Google to do anything kind of like space missions or anything, because they'll just cancel the rocket halfway up through the atmosphere. Yeah, we cancelled it.
We could all just do it in chat. We could just have a chat room, and we'd all just be in there typing.
It'd be a text Discord.
From now on, if Hangouts on Air finishes, we'll start Google Group Text.
Oh God, no! They cancelled Google Groups as well. They're gone.
We'll have a group text. So send all your telephone numbers in, and we'll text you.
I've still got a whole mess of AOL discs from 1998. We can probably install the chat client and just do that.
Oh well, we're back Monday. It's Monday night. It's Monday night live stream from eModels, eModels.co.uk with me, Ted, and these are the two guys. Fox has joined us again this week.
I'm back.
Wait a minute, have the viewer numbers just gone down? What?
Everybody's just stopped chatting now because Fox is back. So that's it. We're back. All three of us again for another week till somebody next week decides to have a week off and take it easy and just join in the chat. But that's what we'll do. Fox, over to you. Do your bit. Have you got your fact of the week?
Hang on. Yes, I have.
Yes, I have. If you give me just a moment, I shall find it now, just from hidden behind that window there.
It's just on this other screen, and it is, of course, that on this day in 1994, Sally Fields filed for divorce from second husband Alan Greisman. That wasn't the best fact I've ever chosen.
And all that research you put into finding it as well.
I know. Let's find this. We found a better one. On this day, in a year, let's have a look. It's all weddings. Oh God, I don't want that. Hang on.
Wedding season, isn't it?
On this day in 1958, Nina Simone released her debut jazz album, Little Girl Blue. It's a very good album.
Can you hold it?
Like a bit of old vintage Nina Simone. There you go. That's covered me. Hey everyone, it is Monday night. As always, I've started off on the wrong foot now because you got me doing my fact at the start, and I don't know how to go on from that. As always, this is your show, and there is a live chat. We depend on you in the chat to give us stuff to talk about. It's your chance to hang out and have a good time with each other, and we'll just sit around in the background waffling on about food and 80s TV. So, to that end, we need you to be in chat, typing things that we can talk about. If you can't see the live chat, you need to be watching on YouTube to actually see the live chat. So make sure you hit the YouTube icon in the bottom corner down here somewhere. And that will transport you magically to the YouTube page where you can see the live chat. If you still can't see it, if you're on a mobile device, you might need to select the desktop version of YouTube, or it might just be underneath the video player if you can't see it. But do join the chat. If you want to ask us a question, put it in big fat capital letters so we have a chance to see it, because we're far too busy being pretty on television. We can't see the text.
We don't read things.
Yeah, we're getting old now. It takes all of us a lot of effort to look pretty on television.
And the eyes are going as well. We need
yeah. So make sure you put your questions or comments in big fat capital letters so we have a chance of seeing it. If you want to, you can use the super chat, which is the dollar symbol at the bottom of the chat window. That puts your comment in a big colour box and we have a better chance. But if you can't get access to chat at all, don't panic. You can send us a question, a comment, or a shout out to ted@emodels.co.uk, and we will look at that with our eyes during the show.
Yep, and if you're in the pub, if you happen to be in the pub and there's nothing on the telly like football, there's just football and stuff on the telly, you can always ask the landlord to pop you over to YouTube and watch us live.
If it's one of the modern TVs, get a bit of Bluetooth going and transfer your image, do a beam thing from your phone or your laptop or whatever to the TV.
Yeah, a bad idea. Let everybody in on us. Yeah. Brian Winwell said it's 50 years since the moon landing this week. Did they or didn't they?
Yes, they did.
Or was it in a film set in Pinewood Studios?
No. Did they or didn't they? Yes. Next.
Right. What else? Chris. Hello, Chris.
Hello.
How are you? Yeah,
I'm good. I'm very warm.
Moist. It's a bit
I'm somewhat moist. Yes, it's quite weathery here.
Yeah, I suppose we should issue a warning that this stream may cut at any minute due to the pending thunderstorm that I've got outside my house. Well, it's actually the wife on a bit of hardboard.
A wobble board.
You call it Mrs. Ted a thunderstorm?
So if it cuts short, I'll say we've got to go click, or I'll be off. Right. First of all, it's Billy and Bench. What's in your belly and what's on your bench tonight? And Chris, who's in tonight then?
Who's in tonight? I stupidly clicked on the button that said top chat and changed it to live chat, and it forgot half of the people on the list.
So I've just done exactly that.
The first one I've got in is Vincent, one of your mods, Mr. Loth's Model Making, saying evening everyone. Then we've got Glenn G, Dad and Festa 67's Workshop, Colin, another two of your mods in. Michael Jackerman, Frogspawn, Wayne Harwood, Lewis Williamson, Osric 9000 is about, saying hello. Jamie Bone, Michael Jackerman, Making Model, Carl Making Model says banana. I don't know why. But I think
if you are in, type something in chat, then Chris will have to keep going.
Yeah, keep going for weeks. Yeah, Carl says banana. I think he says banana. It might be banana. I'm never sure when to stop spelling banana. Adam Clark, Robert, that Model Making Guru bloke's in.
Oh God, really? There go the house prices.
Spruglu, that's Mark Dale. Carl Button's in. Good evening, everyone, he says. Christopher Taylor, evening, everyone. Paul Tomaso, hello. Where are the guys? He says. Is that because we were a bit late? Sorry, we're a bit late. We're here now.
Yeah, we're a technical issue. Just
to be honest, we weren't a bit late.
We weren't late. No, we were here.
We were a bit late.
Yeah, just before the curtain was about to raise, I pressed a button and it all stopped.
Now we hear the truth.
Ted fiddled with wires and then it all went wrong.
Sergeant Bonesy, he says 42 Dunkelgelb, cheese and onion, all answers given.
But what's the number on his hand? Is it the same number as last week?
You said 42.
Number on my hand is M.
Medium. Hey, what? Stefan Last, Chrissy Mon 1001, Andrew Preston, and it's just jumped a big chunk, so we'll see who else is here.
Did you press the blue arrow?
Prime, I didn't. I just scrolled down a little bit, and then it scrolled up a page load. So if you're in that middle bit, sorry. For Lewis Spartacus 2, it says hello.
Was he falling?
It might have been. It's hard to tell in the text, but you know. Philip Fry, Chris Henderson, Ashley Sparrowhawk, Phil Lewis, Cynical Mank Steve says evening all. Chris Henderson on the food. We'll go back up and get the food back in. Spid's in. He says On this day in 1314, Robert the Bruce, with an army of approximately 6,000, defended King Edward's army of approximately 18,000 at the Bannockburn.
Yeah,
So that's a better fact than the one.
Do you think in ancient times when they had these battles that they actually did just last a day? Because you said on this day King Harold invaded Hastings.
Yeah, then they went home.
If you get 10 or 15,000 blokes in a field with a load of swords and axes, it's not going to last long.
No. Hang on, guys, it's 5 o'clock. Come back up.
Unless they all do it one at a time and clock you up.
Yeah.
You've got to be one, and then take your place.
Yeah. Next place. Can you with the big sword? Can you come in, please?
No, I had my 50p on the table over there. It's my turn.
50p, good God. It's going back a long way.
Right, the first food I see is Phil Lewis saying currently digesting a roast chicken dinner and tinkering with an Airfix Bismarck and sweating.
Is that sweating because the Bismarck's there, or
a combination of the roast chicken dinner, the Bismarck, and the temperature? I think.
Wait, did you say sweating or swear? I read it as swearing, but I've lost the comment now.
There's definitely a T in it.
I mean,
it was above Spartacus saying hello.
Okay, either would be accurate, I suppose.
I'll keep going until you find me and join in. Philip Prime says cottage pie and beans again, and Williams FW11 still.
Right.
What are you up to? Frogspawn says belly, bacon, butty, homemade bread. Ooh, nice.
Oh yes.
And tank.
And tank. That's more than enough information for me.
Yep. Mark Dale says I have a tic tac. He says I have an tic tac. I love that Anne. We started this trend of saying Anne. I have an tic tac, and I'm still fighting with the Tamiya F40.
Ashley Sparrowhawk says I have had chicken and chips, and on Wednesday I will be getting the Airfix 124th Hellcats.
Oh yes, is that actually been released now?
That's the new release, isn't it? Yeah, it's out now.
I did see something on the eModels website. Well, not the website, the newsletter I got from them, and I sort of read it briefly, and it was airplane. So
it's this big, it's this big. It might not be this big.
Probably bigger than that.
I may have added some hyperbole to that.
Yeah, it was a Hellcat, and it was this big.
Yeah. Vincent at Mr. Ellis Model Making says belly, fries, and steak with béarnaise sauce. Bench painting the next batch of bits on master grade unicorn. You have my deepest sympathies.
Jamie Bone, belly, fish finger, and mashed potato sandwich.
Ooh, good man.
Mashed potato
that's a combination. Yeah, that's a combination from the past, isn't it? Fish finger sandwich.
With fresh garden peas. Are they in the sandwich as well?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm not sure.
If you have mash and garden peas, you've got to mix the two together.
Well, yeah, they have to be, obviously. Yeah. But I'm not sure about the fish fingers. No, I don't know.
If you put mashed potato in a sandwich, is that like eating a cloud?
It's just a more squash chip butty, I suppose, isn't it?
I shouldn't laugh because I'm going to be eating mashed potatoes for the next week and a half because Mama Fox did an Amazon order and she ordered some little new potatoes, but she didn't see the 5 kilogram thing. So we've got like 100 kilograms of potatoes downstairs, and we're like, yeah, we're going to be eating a lot of potatoes this week.
Are they the new? Did you say new potatoes?
She wanted to order new potatoes. She ordered potatoes. Like, there you go. They're not new, so we'll be having a lot of potatoes.
What happened to going to the shop and buying a pound of new potatoes, and they were in a bucket? They were in a bucket behind the counter, a bucket full of water.
She discovered that ordering things online, and now it's
don't have to go out.
Yeah.
Jamie Bone was saying on his bench he's got a 135th M1A2 Abrams Tusk 2, but he's lost his mojo for the last couple of days. It will come back. Don't force it.
Yeah. If you lose your mojo, just go and do something else. Either just start something simple. Start a simple little build project, a little bit of fun. Something.
I suppose. Yeah. If you lose your mojo, go and do something else, like buy a house, have a stroke. Then going back into hospital again, and eventually they come back.
And then redo your bathroom, and
then do 2 bathrooms. And,
Ted, it's almost like speaking from experience there. Yeah, if you're losing your mojo, just either stop that build and go and do something else. Dead simple. Something you can really quickly build and paint up, or just go and do something not model related. Go and play some video games or read a book or whatever else you'd like to do. Just go and do something else and don't force it. Just wait till the itch comes back and you're going, oh, I can go back and have a go at that now.
Go and do something. Yeah. Go and do something more interesting instead.
Yeah. Why don't you? I got that.
Yeah.
If you just force yourself, you'll just get a grudge build and then you'll just hate it.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why I my other hobby is video gaming. So if I get the mojo lost, I just go and play some Fallout for a bit. And by the end of the day, I'm like, well, I can go back and do painting now.
Or the other thing is watch some films. If you're building a tank, go and watch some war films. If you're building an F1 racing car, watch some F1. That sort of thing. Yeah.
Don't do what I do. Don't lose your mojo and go and binge watch something because there's 12 seasons of Bones. So yeah, that didn't work out well.
Yeah. So yeah, just don't try it with Game of Thrones apparently, because you'll be there for about 3 years binge.
No, because there was only 7 series of that, and they're only like 10 episodes long.
Yeah, well, I had a building lull, so I started watching Bones again 2 months ago. Yeah. Cynical Mank is in. He says, evening all. And Chris Henderson says, belly, chicken curry, bench, a 132nd F-15E, Tamiya.
Oh, chicken curry! Yeah, I could just do a chicken. I had healthy eating tonight. My belly is salad.
I had, even though we ordered trillion tons of potatoes, we also ordered some sweet potatoes. So for dinner today, we had some roast sweet potatoes. Like baked spuds, not roast, baked, like baked spud, but do it with a sweet potato. Bit of butter, bit of cheese, bit of coleslaw in there. Oh, delish!
I was healthy tonight as well. We got takeaway. I got a burger and a pizza.
Ah, right. Yeah, hopefully it was a healthy pizza with lots.
Yeah, it was healthy with meat and sauce and cheese. Yeah,
it's good for you. It's made of animals, and
animals are good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Chance in North Wales. That was what it is, isn't it? Yes, we remember. Belly, sausages, beans, and new potatoes. There you go.
Not normal potatoes.
That's an idea for your mum, Fox.
Beans,
and new potatoes.
The bench, the 172nd C47 and 2 GMC trucks for an airfield diorama.
Awesome.
Sounds interesting. Yeah.
Brian Wimwell obviously is eating or making something far too offensive, and he retracted it.
Yeah, my secret food.
Yes.
Yeah.
Plastic Modelling says hello all. Welcome, Plastic. There's quite a few new names in the chat tonight. I'm liking this. Welcome to all.
Welcome to it. Yeah, if you are new tonight and you haven't been around before, just type in, shout hello, and
it's normally much better than this.
Yeah, if you've never seen one of these before, we probably won't talk about modelling at all.
Yeah, if you're expecting anything about modelling, we've probably already done it.
Yeah, it's what we read out that you guys type in chat. That's how deep as we get for the model making.
Yeah.
Right, where are we are? Phil Lewis says perspiring.
Brian Windmill, thunderstorms early in the morning, about 2 inches in an hour here in the UK. I'm not sure why he had to say it himself.
Well, I had about. Yeah, I was at work today. We had about 2 inches of water in the plant room. We had a leak. It was like a sinking battleship. You know, when you see them on the telly and the pipes all burst on the submarines and pulling on levers trying to shut the and then the museum ran out of water.
And then they were never heard from again.
Yes, because they ran out of water because it was all over the floor in the plant room.
Should have just taken them some in a cup.
They ran out of water in the Lake District. Speedy Curate says spicy chicken wings was today's noms.
Mm-hmm.
And Donald McKenzie says belly fajitas bench Boba Fett. I'm going to guess that's the Bandai Boba Fett, maybe.
It's quite likely, isn't it? Peter West says Marmite on toast.
Good.
Han Solo blaster.
Good. Marmite on toast. Awesome. Han Solo blaster. DL44. Fantastic. Is it DL44?
It sounds familiar. Could easily be, yes.
I may have either boosted my geek reputation or blown my geek trousers. I'm not quite sure. They're one of the two. Lewis Williams is having KFC, awesome, and a 1350 US Enterprise aircraft carrier. Is that the Tamiya one that's like this big?
That's going to be huge.
It really is that big. It's like
you could probably eat your dinner off the flight deck.
Easily, yeah.
Yeah, the one that Tamiya, when I was a much younger lad, you remember in the past I've said that I used to look longingly at the Tamiya catalogues and sit there when I was a kid thinking, I wish I could paint like that. And nowadays you look at the catalogue and go, well, I can paint 5 times better than that. But when I was a kid, I used to look at that model of the 1350 USS Enterprise and it'd be like, wow, that's the size of a house. And it is when you're like, 3.5 foot, but
Cynical Manx Steve says chicken salad wrap in belly. Junk Nerf spaceship on bench as usual.
Yeah, if people won't know what he's built, but he's basically got a Nerf gun and put loads of like plastic bottles and cups and bits and spare things and containers all over it. And it sounds like terrible. You think he's got a Nerf gun with like plastic cups and stuff stuck on it. And it sounds, but you know what? It looks like a proper sort of ILM starship. It's like a bit like the thing from Stargate. It's a big long thing with a wonky down bit and then a bit on top. It looks fantastic.
Yeah, well, that's how they always used to build spaceships for film and TV. It's just put bits on a thing and make it look nice.
Maybe we should do a theme sometime of just improvisation. You can't use a kit, but you've got to produce a model. Just improvising.
But it's proper vintage movie model kit bashing. Just stick plastic bits to other bits, and it looks fantastic. I think if I remember rightly now, he's getting to the painting stage now, and he's not sure how to proceed, so we shall watch with interest.
Do it in grey, sorted.
Yeah.
Grey and Starship filth. Yeah. LD says, I think you mean avocado, smoked salmon, and salad.
Accarado.
Accarado. Is avocado a thing? I don't do these fancy foods.
I think he means avocado. Unless he got it from avocado.
And he's still doing the Sazabi. I'm doing the Sazabi. Look,
I thought, sorry, a Sazabi. I thought that was a food. Like
no, not a food. It's a giant robot thing. There's a leg.
Oh, you've done more than me, dude. Wait, hang on. That's the real grade, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, because this is my master grade that I've almost now finished preparing, ready to build. And if you're telling me that the real grade leg is the size of a master grade leg, I'm a little bit nervous now.
Well, that's what have I got? I've got my my other Gundam, my ashtray, and it's sort of about the same size. So I got a little bit worried.
I know the Sazabi is a big. Wow, this is going to be a big master grade. I'm looking forward to this then.
I could only see that in the little chat window down at the bottom. I thought you had a leg off a lobster.
Yes, no, it's not quite. I know you do all your bits first and then put it all together, but I don't know what I'm doing with it, so I'm having to do quite closely following the instructions. So I've just put it all together. That's why there's a big seam there. It's not. I could squish it together, but I'm going to be taking it apart again to prime and paint.
On those upper thigh parts, on mine, there is an actual intentional seam line, panel line down the middle. There. So if it's got a little step to it, like a little square step,
right,
intentional panel line.
Okay, that makes it a little bit easier. Yeah, there is definitely something on one side.
Yeah, there's a little
bit on the back though. That doesn't look like there's going to be a step in there, so I might have to play around with it.
Yeah.
But I've done similar things, but not the same. So I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm following the instructions.
Yes. Well, I'm doing my Sazabi as well. I've only got. These are all the bits I've sanded, prepped, denubbed. They're ready. I've only got a handful of parts left in this little box here to sand and prep and denub, and then I can start actually building and painting. So I'm looking forward to that in the next few days.
You had that handful of parts to do yesterday morning, didn't you?
Yes, I didn't do any today. I've not been around today, so I've not had a chance.
What have you been doing then, Ted?
What have I been doing? Work and things like that. And then when it came to my days off, when I had planned to do the filming for the submarine, when hopefully it would be all nice and quiet because Skylar wasn't around and at school and things like that, we went out looking at motorhomes. So we've been all around the northwest of England these past couple of days looking at motorhomes and thinking, you want what? You want how much for that? And in the end, we bought one.
Awesome.
About 5 miles down the road from where we live, that we'd seen round about one of the first motorhomes we looked at. So, yeah.
Well, I was joking to Ted and saying, well, Ted lives in the Lake District, so if he gets a motorhome, does he go on like a day trip to like Birmingham or somewhere, Wigan,
Yeah,
or somewhere
that's it.
urban.
Yeah, I'd go and visit a housing estate in Shrewsbury.
He'd park up on the side and stay there for a week. Yeah, I have to ask a question, Ted. Does Mrs. Ted drive?
She does drive,
Okay.
but she won't be driving the motorhome
Oh, okay.
because it's big and it's a man thing.
It's a man's job to drive it. Yeah.
Yeah. So as we discussed, I'm going to get one of those clip-on air fans that clip on your sun visor and a hula girl to go on the dashboard. And
And you're going to have Wi-Fi and you're going to be doing live streams from the road and.
Yeah. Here we are at the top of Ben Nevis, live streaming on a Monday night. So if you see me, I'll probably have a big eModels sticker on the back. So if you see me, give us a wave.
Have you set aside a bit of the dinner table, for where you're going to be doing some building and modelling?
Yeah, that's it. The van's now big enough to get the submarine in, so we can.
Oh, there we go. That's why we got it. Yeah.
That's the point. Yeah, you can motorhome it down to eModels when you drop it off.
Yeah, that's it. I'll motorhome down and then just live in the car park overnight. Where the guys go home, they can lock me in. I'll sit in the motorhome and come back next day.
What we can do is we can all do a road trip to drop off all our builds, but you can pick us all up and we'll all have a party in the back of your motorhome.
Yeah, it won't take him long to come down and get me and then come back up and get you.
Well, I can just stop at the side of the road now. I can just camp up here, park up down the service station. Yeah, get the kettle on, spin the seat round. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, kettle's on. There we go. So that's what I've been doing. Fortunately, I didn't get a chance to do any of the submarine this week, so I'll try it again now things are settled down. I did go to IKEA. I did notice that Brian Windmill said hot dogs.
Hot dogs.
Yeah, while we went, while we're looking at motorhomes, we were right next to IKEA, so we went in there. I think we bought 2 hooks for the bathroom door and 10 bags of hot dogs. And
hot dogs, it's got meatballs, isn't it? Meatballs.
Yeah, meatballs and hot dogs.
Yeah. Just going back to what we were saying earlier on about getting burnt out and just stepping away from whatever your build is and doing something else. LD says, during burnout, I discovered balloon building.
Yeah.
I like that. That's awesome.
I'd take it as the balloon twist the animal things.
I think because
I was thinking that here's a dog, here's a silly hat, he's a sword and be a pirate.
He did send me a picture of a creature he'd sculpted in balloons. Because I went until you said that, then I'm thinking little sort of miniature hot air balloons. Like, oh no, actual balloon sculptures. Awesome.
Michael Jackman said, had to go and get the fan and set it going. Yeah, I've got a fan going as well. So apologies if you hear a background murmuring. That's probably the fans. Not the people covering at the door saying you're great. It's just the one blowing the air around.
Jamie Bone confirms that eating mashed potato in a sandwich is like eating a cloud. Although he may just be saying that to say, yes, Fox, it is like eating a cloud. Sergeant Bone says, belly, chicken and fried steak and mash, bench, finishing lower Louvre Panzer weathering. I got the pronunciation right. Louvre Panzer. Louvre.
Zanster says, funnily enough, I'm having sausage, beans and potatoes after this.
Ooh.
Frog Spawn says, does anyone ever eat salad cream these days?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we've got some salad cream in the fridge downstairs.
Stick it on your butties.
Ham, cheese and salad cream. Ham and salad cream. Salad cream and salad cream. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It goes with everything. The wife has commented that it seems to be a little bit more vinegary these days. Whether that's true?
Possibly.
Could be a palate's just changing, but
Colin at Festa 67's workshop. I've got a bit confused reading this because he's got belly, sausage rolls, bench, raspberry Pi. It means the electronics Raspberry Pi thing. He's been 3D printing stuff for his Raspberry Pis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Brian Wimmel asks, Fox, any news on the Falcon? He's asking about the Perfect Grey Millennium Falcon, the Bandai that I'll be doing for eModels. As soon as I finish that, this comes first. So in about 18 months.
2027, yeah.
Yeah, this has got to be built and painted first. So this comes first. As soon as this is done, then it's the Perfect Grey Falcon. So I will say, hazard a guess and say in the coming weeks, depending how long that takes to build and paint.
Dave Carbon asked, Ted, don't you work on a boat? I'd have thought any amount of water is worrying.
Yeah, yeah. It's just that this happened to be in the museum on the top floor, and the gallons of water came out. So yeah, it wasn't the best places to have gallons of water upstairs in a museum.
Yes.
So,
That's where the swimming pool is.
Now,
yeah. Oh yeah, we've got a boating pond as well, which guys
upstairs?
never boats. Yeah. Well, yeah, we do now.
Indoor boating pond. Held indoors.
An indoor boating pond.
Spiddy QA and Peter West both say yes, DL44, and Spid tells me off for not knowing it. I didn't know. I thought it was right,
Yeah.
but I wasn't absolutely certain. So, yes.
Just talking to swimming pools, just very, very quickly. Most people won't remember this, but did you see an article in the news, I think in the last week, about these architects who want to build a swimming pool on top of a building, like a rooftop sky pool on some tower block or some office building in London?
Doesn't sound like a good idea.
They've put up some concept art of the building. And then it's like the building stops, and then you've got this glass bit, and there's a big, beautiful, big swimming pool with people in it. But it's as big as the top of the building. So how did they get in and out?
Through the bottom.
How would you get through? Because I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, hang on, there's like, the building's that big, and then the swimming pool's exactly the same size. So how do they, what? Somebody didn't plan that one. Let's have a look. Gary Pashley says belly chicken fillets marinated in a sweet chili sauce. Oh, jacket potato and coleslaw. Excellent. Bench Airfix 177 C47 Mojo inspired by Dax over Normandy recently.
Cool. Cynical Mank Steve says that's exactly what I'm doing, Chris. And I forgot exactly what it was. What you were talking about until you said shades of grey and filth. We're talking about the spaceship thing being built. Yeah.
It's about this big. If judging by the photograph, it's about that long. That scratch built thing with the plastic cups. It just looks fantastic. Paul Bridge says,
toast for breakfast. Good morning. Can't do an Australian accent.
G'day. Good morning. Don't really work. Morning.
Australia. Coffee. So he's got the whole of today to come. We just finished it. And
It's tomorrow.
No, I think it's today.
He's in the future.
In the future,
he's got flying cars and stuff where he is.
He knows what happened on Monday night already.
Yeah, I know. Have you noticed how if you want to try and do an Australian accent, you just say "good day" and it kicks you off into the accent?
Yeah, I don't. Good morning doesn't sound. I can't do morning in anything other than BBC British.
It's good morning. Good night. Earl D says, and then he says after the next comment, "I'm building the RG and it's about the size of Grandpa's master grade." What he means is the real grade Sazabi is about the same size as the master grade RX-78-2. I'll translate that.
Okay.
It's big. It's a big mobile. So I'm doing the master grade. It's about this big.
So it's not Grandpa's machine gun.
No, it's the RX-78-2 is the original Gundam. So it's called
Massive Gundam. That's what it stands for.
Yeah,
massive Gundam, like massive big tank.
Yes.
Lord Barkley III to me says bench BAE Warrior, although I read it as Bay Warrior. I'm like, you're making a soldier version of your girlfriend. That's and belly a big slice of cake.
Yeah, it's really cake.
Where's that? Have you missed some?
I've scrolled down a bit, I think.
All right.
It may have jumped.
Says the motorhome ideal for spot modelling in the countryside. Or you take your body. Yeah, a bit of bird spotting and things like that. Relaxing, chilling, add a bit of modelling and
be a little bit of b-balls just by the pool.
Paul de Tomaso says I've got to go and pick up Nana Sunrise from work in about 20 minutes, and that was probably about 10 minutes ago. So
yes.
might be gone already. I don't know.
Say hello to Nana Sunrise for us.
I'm sure she'll be back in soon, and before we finish.
Michael Jackson says, "Oh, by the way, thanks for your email on the New Jersey Ted. Much appreciated. Makes the thing worthwhile."
Keep going, Michael. Yeah, it's looking really good. Michael Jackson's building a huge New Jersey battle cruiser.
New Jersey.
Yeah, New Jersey. I actually thought it was the one that Cher sang on when she did the that song. I can't remember what song it was.
I've got to be honest, Ted. I will never admit to knowing anything about Cher on telly or anything.
It was a USS Arizona, but
okay.
Big American battleship.
New Jersey, says Zadster. That's exactly how he's written it out. Exactly how you should pronounce it. New Jersey.
Easily. Cynical Max Steve says there was salad cream in my chicken salad wrap. Much better than mayonnaise.
I prefer sour cream to mayo. But I don't think mayo has a taste. I don't. No, it doesn't do anything for me. Oh,
Phil Lewis says cake.
Cake.
That was the Missouri same ship as Under Siege. Yeah, I knew there was a TV connection to something. Spruglu says Teddy's motorhome like Breaking Bad. Yeah, I'll have to ask the son about that because I'd never.
Yeah, how was your chemistry, Ted?
Osric says nothing on bench but cheesecake in my belly.
Ooh, you can't say cheesecake without telling us what kind of cheesecake. It's the same as pizza and curry. You really need to say what kind of. You need to tell it. We need to know all the information about your cheesecake now, all the little details.
Stephen Rolfe says, hi, all quick in and out tonight, off to the USA tomorrow for work. Sadness. He says, back in 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
3 weeks. 3 weeks to the US of A.
We broadcast in the US of A, you can just get the internet and you can watch us still, but it'll be like, Monday afternoon or something.
Yeah. All the way on an airplane with all them air hostesses and free drinks and things like that.
Don't think you get free drinks.
It depends what sort of business is in.
Are you getting flashbacks to when they had planes with Pan Am written on the side?
Do they not anymore? What happened to Pan Am?
Yeah. When I used to travel on airplanes, you had wicker chairs and things like that, and dinner tables with white tablecloths on and things like that. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, actually, here's a modelling tip for people. If anybody, any fans of the rebooted Battlestar Galactica, or BSG as we like to call it, are out there, Mobius, who did a few Battlestar Galactica kits, they did the excellent Colonial Viper kit that Revell then reboxed. They did a kit of the Colonial One, the President's ship, and it's got a proper, it looks mint. Anyway, it's not the best kit in the world, but I did have that kit for a while. I never got around to building it, and I gave it away as a competition prize. But somebody did release a third-party Pan Am decal set for it, and I was all set to get it painted up and make it all Pan Am liveried. It's going to be great, but then I never got around to building it.
It was quite an attractive livery, well, wasn't it? Pan Am. It's very iconic of that age. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Here's a question that'll get people chatting in the chat. You probably answered it anyway, but we do have some new people in. So where are you all from? Where is everybody hailing from in chat today? Gets the lurkers out and talking in the chat.
Yeah. As for me, I'm up here in Cumbria. In Cumbria, in UK.
Right, I'm a Cheshire lad, born and bred.
I'm from London.
London.
It's near Heathrow Airport. That's Heathrow. Without
Eafrou.
Heathrow without the
There we go. We've got Frogspawn from Derby.
It was Derby Duck.
LD's from Telford. Oh, we might see you in Telford again. Yeah.
G for Blackpool. Hang on, Glenn. I'll just go to the window and see if I can see you.
Yeah.
Back to you.
Sergeant Bones is in Fulda in Germany, even though he's an American. He's in Fulda in Germany. Das ist richtig. Guten Abend, guten Tag.
Oh, you've done it now. I can't read the chat. It's moving too quick.
Donald McKenzie said Helensburgh. Isn't that where... is it when Logie Bay was something about who was famous from Helensburgh? There was somebody famous from Helensburgh.
No idea.
Never heard of it.
Just up on the card. Frank Bush is Stavanger, Norway, a lovely place. Been to Stavanger.
Andrew Preston, Nottingham.
Yep.
Oh, and now it's jumped. Yeah.
Stephen Rolfe says, before I go, taxi on its way. Has anyone heard of the new Round 2 Eagle? I don't know. If you mean the 1/48 scale ones that came out a couple of years ago, I've built one for eModels as a video build on the channel. That's the re-release that came out about 3 years ago. MPC. It's a fantastic kit. Go and watch my video build. Brian Windmill is in Dudley. All right.
Robert Joseph, Liverpool.
I think we should try and do the accents. Should we not try and do that?
But I don't know some of them.
Sprugler says Shrewsbury.
Mark Scopes is in my brother's part of the world in Chelmsford. What?
Chelmsford, yeah.
I don't know if he's close to me in Heathrow or if he's just saying Heathrow, isn't it?
Heathrow, isn't it? Yeah, you're just saying that. Paul Di Tommaso is in the best country in the world, is in Hamilton in Ontario in Canada.
Yeah, Canada.
Yeah, he didn't type it Canadian. You spelt your own country wrong, Paul.
I don't know how
Honestly,
to do that.
you missed an eye out.
Christopher Bernick is in South Carolina, USA.
Ooh, Peter West is in Northumberland.
Wayne Elizabeth says Lincolnshire, Skegness.
I didn't realise Skegness was in Lincolnshire.
Might be another one.
For some reason, I always thought it was like in Liverpool. So I don't know why.
No, that's Skeggy.
It's Skeggy. I'll be honest, I get lost getting out of bed, so I have no sense of where anything is. If something's in Anglia somewhere, in East Anglia, I've got no idea.
Lewis Williamson down there says Wainfleet near Skegness. Is that the same Skegness? We need to know this.
Is there more than one?
Do you know each other?
Yes, is it like Snap? If we get a match, it's the first one to call out.
Ickle Pete says Warwick, and Mark Dale lives in one of the best named places in England, Tring. I love that, Tring. I never know it's a verb or a noun or what. It's just a great word, Tring.
Frank Burge is in Stavanger, Norway.
Stavanger, yeah, lovely place. Up in the fjords, Norwegian fjords. Glorious up there.
Schoolfish is in Clydebank. That's in Scotland, if I remember rightly. Is that the way they make ships and that?
Yeah, on the Clyde.
Is it Newcastle or is it Scotland?
Scotland.
Scotland. Wow, I remembered something.
Dad's in Wirral.
They?
Shrewsbury, we've done that one. Andrew Preston says
Hang on, here's the question though. Spruglu, are you on the Shrewsbury side of the river or the Shrewsbury side of the river? Are you Shrewsbury or Shrewsbury? Because it's one of the other two sides of the river, and it's Shrewsbury and Shrewsbury. I remember seeing vaguely the different. It's like near me is a place called Wythenshawe, and there are people that actually call it Wythenshawe.
Really?
Because they're trying to. It's not a posh place. It's just Wythenshawe. Trust me.
Mm-hmm. Stefan Fass says Lidköp. It's in Sweden.
Sweden, yeah. Chancellor North Wales is in North East Wales. Oh, your name's wrong then. It should be an EW, shouldn't it?
That'd be Chancellor New. Chancellor New. Go on, Chris. I think you should have a chat. I think we should all have a go at Stefan Last's hometown. Just to be fair.
Lidköping?
Lidköping.
Lidköping, maybe.
Lidköping. Okay, well, what's your definition of it then, Fox?
I'd say Lidköping, maybe.
I would say Lidköping. And Ted would say
Lidköping.
Right, which one of us is closest?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to keep scrolling back to.
It'll be like no, it's pronounced Warrington.
Well, they miss out lots of stuff in the middle of that. It's probably just Lidping.
It's the umlaut that floors the people that don't have umlauts in their normal written language.
It will be Lidping, wouldn't it?
Lidköping. Cynical Mank says originally South Wales, but been in Manchester so long, I'm adopted Cynical Mank. There's no other way to be if you're a man.
Yeah, I think Cynical South Wales would be a bit strange to type. So
Gary Pashley is Norwich, Norfolk, and Donald Mackenzie is JLB. JLB, what's JLB?
Don't know.
It's some kind of digger or something like that.
What's JLB?
Red Lynn is in Stevenage this week for a training course.
Robert's Christchurch, New Zealand. I'll try the New Zealand accent. What is probably just the same as my Australian one.
I knew it's Christchurch. No, I can't really do Kiwi one very well. It just sounds Australian, and then everybody in New Zealand gets offended because they're not Australian.
Where's Will when you need him?
I can say, "Oh, no," and that's about it.
Plastic modelling, Portuguese born, but living in Thetford, Norfolk, UK.
All right, my barber. That's not Norfolk, is it? That's not the right accent, is it?
That's almost Suffolk, isn't it?
Is it right? I can only do one accent like that.
Columbus, Georgia. He works at Fort Benning Lawson Army Airfield. It covers about everything, that doesn't it?
He'd tell you more, but he'd go to jail. So don't tell us anymore. Earl D says, Brian Windmill, my wife grew up in Corrie Bank. Oh, he's speaking to Brownwell. Never mind. Jamie Bone is in Somerset. Right, my barber.
Philip Prime, Great Yarmouth, Norfolk.
Donald Mackenzie, I think, answering that question about Helensburgh. It was the inventor of the TV. Who invented the TV?
Right.
Was it Logie Baird?
In this country, it was Sir John Logie Baird.
Yeah, I'm sure he comes from Helensburgh. I'm sure that's a connection there.
Could be.
Speed says, I just Googled famous people from Helensburgh. Google said, what?
Hey Siri.
Philip Prime says Great Yarmouth in Norfolk, and Michael Jackham says Taverham in Norfolk. Got a few in Norfolk.
Nearly a set.
Yeah. Mr. Les model making is in Vicht in West Flanders province, Belgium.
Mm. Yeah, the Belgians and the Dutch have strange place names that nobody will pronounce.
They have a constitution thing that says we're going to name all our towns things that Ted can't say.
Colin at Festa says, I'm Dan South, Mr. Fox.
Dan South.
Where you are, Colin.
South.
Yeah. Don't forget, of course, just to do a quick handbrake turn, Colin's Bandai 144 scale AT-AT or AT-AT build is underway on the eModels channel. So I think the latest episode went up a couple of days ago. Episode 4. I said issue 4 then. Yeah, go and have a watch. He starts doing some test assemblage and some wiring for the lightings. So go and watch it. I'm doing his cat build. You get to listen to the delicate, dulcet tones of Colin.
Lovely.
You've never heard the word Harris quite so much.
Lewis Williamson says it's the same Skegness. Skeggy and Wainfleet are close, says Speed.
Donald Mackenzie qualifies. It confirms it was John Logie Baird that invented the televisionmans. Although there was some tussage between him and the American chap, but we just accept it was the British person, because of course it was.
Yeah. Anders Eriksson says he lives in Allingas, Sweden, but for the moment in a little Danish village called Svested. Is that right?
I can't even see that comment.
I don't know where you're reading that. I think I might miss
down the bottom.
Oh, he's gone down a bit. Stephen Ross has got to go. Bye, Fox. Apologies. Sort it when I get back. Okay. I don't know what we're sorting. Sorting? Or what I missed?
Stefan Lars says lead chirping. Is that
chirping?
Is that what you're saying?
Is that the name? Sounds like a shipping line, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, because the K isn't pronounced as a K, it's pronounced as an H, isn't it? Or an SH. Lead chirping. I don't know what I was sorting with Stephen Rolfe. I don't listen to myself when I'm talking. Phil Lewis says Birmingham. He actually types it as Birmingham. All right. Birmingham, innit?
Chris Henderson says Kendal, Lake District, originally from Edinburgh.
Yeah, it's not very far from me at all, but 40 minutes away.
Speedy Curator says he used to cycle from Wainfleet to Skeg when he was young and fit. We were all young and fit once. Holidayed there at a place. He holidayed there at a place. Wow, I used to go to a place.
I've been to a place
guy
before.
who owned it works at Saltfleet bombing range.
Anders thinks Fox was the closest in our pronunciation competition.
Okay. Sproogloo says Spruesbury.
Frank Murray says, if I ever come to Stavanger again, tell him I do have plans to go to Stavanger again. I'll go on the cruise again up to Norwegian fjords. Beautiful.
Fjord. You like saying fjord, don't you, Tim? You've said it quite a few times tonight.
yeah. If anybody wants to sponsor me to go on a cruise up to,
Are you going to take the motorhome?
Get a ferry. Yeah, you could get a ferry over, couldn't you?
Oh, Donald Mackenzie qualifies when he typed in JLB. We didn't know what it was. John Logie Baird.
John Logie Baird.
Born in Helensburgh. There we go.
Half of Norfolk on it is Mark Scopes. It's going to be a very Norfolk orientated audience tonight.
Yeah. What's the Norfolk accent? I don't know. Where's Norfolk? Where is it? I don't know where it is.
It's where the folk in the north live.
Yeah, it's a flat bit on the hump, isn't it?
Is it the sticky out butt cheek? I don't know. Is it that's Anglia, isn't it?
At the top of that, it's flat.
Okay.
You can see for miles and miles. Like you can join the Norfolk Mountain Rescue Team and not be very active.
Norman Long is in Bendigo, Central Victoria in Australia.
Yeah. Why do the Australians have such great township names? Don't they? Bendigo.
Because they're probably based on indigenous names as well. Don't forget.
I think people just made them up. We'll call this place Fred.
Well, I think a lot of the place names are indigenous, aren't they, and Aboriginal? So
not made up. No, they're all made up.
They're all kind of based on those names and words. So.
Phil Lewis says everyone should see Slightly Fast's masterwork once in their lifetime. Absolutely.
Yep. Robert says to Zadster, Kiwi English has its own unique dialogue. People who don't understand Kiwi English think we swap our vowels.
Or just do without them.
Go and watch the beached whale animation. It's not a real Kiwi accent, but it's a beautiful sort of parody of a Kiwi accent. It's just I love the Kiwi accent. I really do.
And Michael Jackman says, "I wish it was flat. I wouldn't have to walk home from the pub up a steep hill."
Yeah. Well, you need to go to the pub at the other end when you're walking down. But then again, don't walk down a hill on the way home now. That's probably worse, isn't it?
No. Norfolk is next door to Nork, Knife and Northspoon. Okay. No, I get it.
Yeah, think about it. Think about
it. Yeah, I've just got that.
That's just.
After I read it out, after I read it out, I just realised what I said.
Zadster is typing in the Kiwi accent as "Fosh and chops." Anyone?
Norman Long says Nelson came from Norfolk. Yes, he did. Yep.
Mark Scope says that not everyone from Essex sounds like Ray Winston. Yeah, they do. To people that don't come from Essex. My nephews have the strong Essex accents, but my brother and my sister-in-law don't. So I've told the story before. When they first spoke, it was weird for us because we're like Manchester, Cheshire, and my nephews are like, "Daddy, I need a knife." I'm like, "What? Where's that come from?"
Donald McKenzie said Helensburgh, Faz Lane, is also the home of the Royal Navy submarine fleet. Yeah, happy we're up there on a rib, riding up and down all the locks up there. Stayed at a place called Rue Narrows. That's where Simon Le Bon kept drum. Just a bit of useful information there. Norfolk, Nelson Country, and where are we up to? Only one pub. Michael Jackman said only one pub in walking distance. Be there in a fortnight. Wife going away for a few days again. So you'll spend the whole fortnight a lot. Yeah.
Gary Pashley says there aren't any. He says there ain't no hills in Taverham. You're just drunk.
Uphill both ways. Yeah.
Right. Well, what next? I think everybody is that everybody.
Shall I do what's in store?
Shall we do what's in stock? Yeah,
what's in store.
Yeah, we're about that time.
I'm slightly nervous about my what's in store this week.
I do like asking people where they're from because it gets all the people in chat who would just lurk us out.
Right. Yeah. Well, on that note, then we'll go across to Chris
now from Heathrow,
who lives just down the road from Heathrow.
Heathrow, isn't it?
How come we can never hear the aircraft going over your house? Is it?
Because they don't go. They're about a mile that way. But I'm not on the flight path. I'm sort of just north of the flight path.
Well,
so they take off and then they just fly away.
We're only a mile or two from Manchester Airport, but by God, we can hear the planes. But we're so used to it. A friend came round to visit and he'd never been before, and he said, "How do you put up with that sound of all those planes?" And I'm like, "What planes?" We're just used to it.
David Murray says, "Sorry, I was late. Just in time for what's in store."
Absolutely, yeah. Do you want to do your refreshy?
Yes,
because I can't remember which way to go. I always go the wrong way, I think, and people end up going back to the beginning.
I'll do it the wrong way then, deliberately, just to embarrass myself.
I've never watched one of these shows to find out which way.
It's whichever way you do it, it's the other way. It's like USB. Whichever way you do it, it's the other way. But the third attempt is always the right way around. Yeah, we're going to do the what's in store. There will be a theme to what's in store. Chris will go through and all the items. It's Chris's turn this week. There will be a theme, and we're going to, at the end of it, we'll ask you to put in the chat what you think the theme is. Now, don't answer before Chris is finished. When he's finished showing you what's in store, Chris will say, "What is the theme for tonight? Go." And when he says go, you can tap your answer. If you type an answer before that, we'll ignore it because we're only taking answers after Chris says go.
I don't think people are going to be typing too early.
Nah, that's true. Now, the other thing, of course, is don't assume that because when you type in the answer, your comment appears first in the chat that you're actually first. That's just because it's on your computer. It still has to get to YouTube. So because you're first in chat on your computer, you might not be first in the final chat. And we go off the actual YouTube chat. So don't be upset if you look first on your screen, but we actually pick someone else because you might not actually be first. But to get rid of any lag between the video and the chat, before we do anything, we need to hit the refresh button on your browser. You need to hit the refresh button and drag the slider across so you're up to date. Refresh and drag. Refresh and drag. So do that now. We'll just have a swig of our drinks and sweat quietly.
Osric says, "I've already slapped things in my basket and paid for them."
Oh yes.
So now you get another basket ready to go for these.
So is it item number 3 perhaps? Is he?
That's the traditional item, isn't
Cashier number 4, please.
it?
And Jay, don't forget as we go through. I'm trying to find my back. I've got an itch on my back. I need to scratch it. I've got the telescopic back scratch. It's the best thing my mum ever bought me. This. Yeah, don't forget. As we go through any of these items, if any of them tickle your fancy, stick it in your basket. Ted, what do they do?
Slap it in your basket.
Yeah, but don't leave it there till the end of the show because we don't know how many they've got in stock. And if they have like one in stock and you wait till the end of the show, somebody else could have come along and bought it because it's not yours until you've handed over cold hard cash for it.
Not yours till you check it out.
Yeah, so if you see anything that tickles your fancy, get it in your basket while we're doing the what's in store, get it checked out, and it's yours.
Mark Dale says, please remember I need some yellow paint in the third spot, please and thank you. I didn't put them in any particular order for the third spot this week, so you wait and see.
What, you didn't put Dora there in the third? No.
No.
No. I like Zad's story. He's got a graphic for your refresh and drag.
He's got a what?
Got a graphic there, look.
Refreshing drag.
Yeah, refreshing drag. I like that. Yeah. Thank you, Zed. Yes, this is the best thing I've ever had. That it's the best thing my mum ever bought me. Back scratcher, brilliant. Telescopic.
Right. I shall actually.
Is it locked on, Chris? Ted?
It is now.
It is now.
I shall do the whole sharing of screens and stuff. Where's my button? There it is. That one and that one. There we go. Can you see it?
As the 3 of us, we can't hide. We doesn't go on. People can see us picking our nose while Chris is talking.
Can you see that one, though? Can you see the plane?
Yeah, that's right. We can see that. We can see.
Right,
Yep.
there's a plane. First thing tonight. First thing this week, we have the Academy 172nd USMC F4J VMFA 232 Red Devils. I don't know what all the numbers mean.
Acronym names.
Lots of things. I assume that there's a USMC F3X or something as well, and I don't know.
Because if this was Warhammer, it would just its entire full name would be Death Plane, and that'd be it. Or Imperial Death Plane.
So the guy's in the pub and this girl comes up to him and says, "What do you do?" "Hi, I'm a USMC F43 VMFA 232 Red Devils pilot."
I was going to do that then. When you were reading it, I was going to click on it and make it do different things. But no, I won't. I've done it now. I've clicked on that. I can't get rid of that now. There we go.
Yay!
New site. I forgot where the buttons are. Right, so yes, that's number 1. There we go. Red Devils. Jamie Bone says, "Look, Dad, Red Devils. Look."
Is that your menu at the top we can see there, Chris, or is it my menu? I can't quite tell.
Where?
The little menu at the top above the eModels logo. Is that
this one here?
Is that yours or ours?
That's eModels.
No, the Hangout logo. Is that on my screen or on your screen? Oh, it's on my screen. Never mind.
No, you practically on it.
I'll shut up now. It's on my screen, not your screen.
Right. Next up, we have ammo by MiG. US Navy Grey jets, just for painting your Navy Grey jets.
Yeah.
A selection of 3 paints by the looks of that. We have light grey, medium grey, and deep grey.
Are these the panel line washes or are they
grey?
Are they weathering? I can't tell what
panel line wash, panel line wash, and panel line wash.
Yes,
they are panel line washes for your
grey planes.
Navy grey planes.
Yep. I've used. I can recommend the ammo panel line washes. They're enamel basically. They're basically thinned enamels, but all the colours are nicely formulated to match with whatever you're painting. So those would be formulated for grey planes. As a Gunpla builder, I quite like the enamel washes. They're really nice. Get a nice good gloss varnish down, it'll just whiz along the panel lines for you. You can also slap them all over the model in like a gunk wash and then wipe off the excess if you want to get a kind of weathering effect. You don't have to just use them as panel line wash. They're very good as weathering.
Get some good streaks with those, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you can do streaks and all the kinds. It's basically thinned enamel paints. They're really, really good, and they'll dry within about 24 hours.
And $13.19 for 3 of them is a steal.
Oh yeah.
Right, third up. So this is the one that everyone's going to be buying. The Da Vinci armoured car.
Ooh, it's neither a car nor armoured, but near enough.
How's it an armoured car when it's got no wheels?
Armoured combat vehicle designed by Leonardo da Vinci. It might have wheels underneath.
Yeah, it had wheels underneath. I think it was like a kind of a bicycle with four wheels kind of thing, wasn't it?
Or did they transport it like the did it with Stonehenge? People have to run outside and put poles under it and push it across the poles.
No, it's powered by a spring. Operated by a mechanical spring. I think that means this actual one is not the real one.
Yeah, not the real one. Be a tiny little spring. Again, if this was Warhammer, it'd just be called a Death Turtle or something.
Yeah, it looks like a tent.
Is it a wooden kit? Because I know we've done one of the Da Vinci kits before, and it was a wooden.
I don't know. It's number 3.
Number 3, cashier number 3, please.
It's armored war machine, armed with 16 cannons, capable of full mobility on the battlefield.
Ooh.
Yeah, it won't go up any steps though.
No, it's like a Dalek.
Apart from the box art, Chris.
No, that's the only.
Okay, that's a shame.
The only information we have.
Got any blurb?
No, but it's cheap, so buy it and find out.
Yes, it's only £9.89.
It's fun.
It might be like, I could be wrong, but it might be like a little plywood thing, but I'm not sure. I'm not fully sure.
Do you press the top and the cannons come out?
I think there's a switch or something there. That might be where you wind it up, or I don't know. You know as much as me.
Just very quickly, while we're keeping on chat, Chancellor North Wales says, Osric to Osric 9000 and Dad, we are always looking for new people at the Wrexham Model Club if you guys are interested. So anybody who lives around about North Wales, near Wrexham, strangely enough, hit Chancellor North Wales up. Chancellor NW.
Yeah, and if you've got any clubs or things and you want shout outs, do the shout out thing. Email us. And
we will do your shout outs, your apologies, your begging or anything like that. Or if you're begging for forgiveness, if your significant other has a birthday, let us know. We'll give them a shout out.
You could do them if you are in a club or you want to advertise your model making club, your local model making group. You can put it in chat, but we might miss it. So just do a quick mail to Ted at eModels.co.uk and we'll do a shout out for your local modelling club. Because as we found out, half of Norfolk are in chat tonight. So if one of you's in a Norfolk modelling club, send us a shout out and we'll get you all going to the pub together.
Yeah, you meet each other in the flesh.
Yes.
Right, fourth item tonight. We have Joey's DK Brown Urban Wall.
Wall.
It's a wall.
It's the best
brown.
wall.
It's urban.
I have the best words to describe the best wall. I'll stop now. Too much politics.
Let's see if there's more information. It's the same information in a slightly different order.
Yeah.
It's £1.40. I love that little bit of scenery, diorama scenery.
Yeah, I mean, you can never have enough walls.
It's a brown urban wall.
They also have other walls that are less urban and different types of.
It could be a light brown urban wall.
Yeah, you can mix and match your walls. So there we go. That's item number 4. I assume you're all seeing the theme coming together.
I've not got a clue.
I haven't a clue.
Yeah, as I say, I'm a little bit worried about
We've had a list of all the models for about 2 hours and I still haven't got the theme.
Right, next up we have a collection of figures. AFV Club 135th German hunting crew with dog and rabbits.
That's not a German Shepherd there. Do Germans have other dogs? Is this canon?
I think they're only allowed to have German Shepherds. No, I think that's
German Whippet.
Also, it's not much of a challenge if the dog's hunting the rabbit he's got in his hand, is it? Really?
and there's another rabbit there as well. Look.
Yeah, I think they've not quite got the hang of how this hunting.
Maybe they're training him. This is what you want. Go and get another one of these.
Yeah, go and find one of these. We want more.
Yeah.
Do you think they shot the rabbit with a tank and then sent the dog to collect it?
Hmm.
I'm not sure exactly the backstory of this, but yeah, it's German hunting crew.
Yeah, it's like sort of it's the kind of figures that you would add to a complex diorama just to give it more character. Like you might have, your tanks and vehicles and stuff maybe at rest, so you'd have your soldiers or your tank crews just not fighting. Sometimes it's nice to make models that aren't actually the guys fighting or shooting. But just
this guy's obviously the officer because he's pointing.
Of course. But you could combine that, for example, with the very classic Tamir 135th kitchen, the field kitchen, and things like that. There's a lot to be said for like dioramas where it's just soldiers at rest. Often it has more sort of depth and meaning than soldiers running around fighting. Just having them when they're in their downtime can be quite moving sometimes.
Yep. Right, next up, Mick and Menis, Encyclopedia of Figures. Volume 0. I'm not sure about Volume 0.
Volume 0.
It's the prequel or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, a lot of people are doing figure painting at the moment. I've noticed the pictures and things around. So there's the encyclopedia of how to do it. Quick guide for painting.
Slap it on.
Slap it on is, well, that's the even quicker guide of painting.
Apparently, Gemma Williams decided that the theme for tonight is all items that can be paid for with PayPal.
Well, if it was, then you don't win because you're too soon.
Yeah.
Send that lady a sticker.
Yeah.
I got told off because I didn't give her a sticker last time.
Well, you need to go downstairs.
We go all the way down.
No, we said that if Gemma wants a sticker, it has to be posted.
Ah, yeah, you got to post it out. You've got to walk past her with it, and then put it in the post box.
Yeah. Right. Next up, we have the real colours. I'm not going to try and. It's Harryoshoku.
Harryoshoku. Harryoshoku. Harryoshoku grey green.
Can I have a bottle of that hairy paint, please?
Real colours. That's all you know about that. It's from AK. It's grey green, and it's Harryoshoku.
I've got to give you points for voluntarily choosing something you can't pronounce.
Well, you have things, don't you? Right, and the last one tonight, we have Javis Hairy Grass Summer Green. It's grass, and it's hairy grass. So there we go.
And it's summery green.
Because it's summery time. So there we go. Again, we don't have any more information than that. But what more information can you possibly need? It's a bag of grass.
Wait, you want to rephrase that?
No.
Yes.
No, for just to make sure there's no confusion here. It's not actually.
It's hairy grass in summer green.
Yes.
I'll try and nip back through them all again quickly to give you a chance to refresh and realise what the theme is.
Yes, just
we have the
kind of grass.
the Academy 172nd Red Devils, the US Navy Grey Jets panel wash paint weathering set.
I haven't a clue.
Leonardo da Vinci's Armoured Car Kit.
Death Turtle.
The Brown Urban Wall. The German Hunting Crew with Dog and Rabbits. Ammo by MiG, Encyclopedia of Figures. Real Colours, Harryoshoku. And Hairy Grass Summer Green. So there we go. I'll not get rid of any of them because I think I'm going to have to come back to them in a minute and go through
explain it.
I shall stop sharing. I'm back on screen. I'm not back on screen, am I? Because I've got the other thing open for the other thing.
Yeah.
Can you unlock it from Chris if you would,
I'll be back momentarily.
Where are you?
Hurry up.
I'm here. I am here, really. While I'm sorting that out, I'll tell you, you can might as well go. Go on, go and put some answers in, and I'll figure out why my camera's decided it's not really here.
Hooray. You might have to F5, dude.
Chat and Dave Rabbit.
Yeah, now me and Ted haven't got a clue, so it really is down to Chris to spot the right answer.
Yeah, I'll have a look just to see in case people might have got it.
Have you said go?
I've said go, yeah. I'll say it again just in case anybody missed it, but no.
David Moore says Pink Floyd The Wall.
No.
David Moore says Orbits, Chaz and Dave, Rabbit.
Chocolate Hobnobs, no. Manufacturers with an A except a few, says Stephen Lawson, no.
Chocolate Hobnobs, says Sprugloop.
No, right yet. You'd make a nice diorama with that lot, says Mark Scope. No, not that, not camo.
David Moore says Countryside. Anders Ericsson says Panzer Grey. Frank Birch says Camo. Adam Clark says Pineapple.
Pineapple. No, not Pineapple, not Songs, not Man United.
Old Tat eModels. Gary Fasty says Old Tat eModels can't sell anywhere else. Colours. No, we did that last week. I hope it's not Colours because I did that last week.
Lorna.
It's not Colours. Either. Phil Lewis is correct with hair. There we go.
Hair? Really?
Hair?
Yeah.
Because I thought that might be the link, but I thought, no.
What's Leonardo da Vinci's Armoured Car got to do with
hair? Hair is correct. So, Phil Lewis, congratulations. Send your email to ted@eModels.co.uk telling us you've won the big sticker for winning the thingy. I'll start sharing again.
Yeah, we're going to need to explain this. You need to explain this.
I'm looking on you again and explain.
I'll explain myself. Let me find the thing. Well, that one's obvious because it's hairy. It's hairy grass summer green. It's hairy. Okay.
Yeah,
got that one right.
Good with that one.
That one, obviously, it's hairy.
Right.
Wait, hang on. Wait, let me just.
I can see where you're going.
Oh,
on
okay,
the
Harry.
Hairy.
Okay.
Hairy. Okay,
Yeah, got that one.
right, there we go. This is for painting figures, and all the figures have got hair.
no,
That's
not
tenuous. That is.
It might be tenuous. It's not as tenuous as one of the ones coming up soon. This one's quite tenuous because it's rabbits. It's not. It could be a hare.
Oh, it could be a rabbit. Yeah, it could be a
It
fox.
says rabbit, but it could be a hare.
Yeah.
So
I'll give you that one.
Yeah. We have
Hang
brown.
on.
Are you going to say brown here? Because
Brown.
hair can be brown.
Here's brown.
Really?
Oh, it is. Hair's brown. That's right.
When you sent me the links earlier on this afternoon, I did wonder if it was hair. No.
You got grey. People have got grey hair.
Oh, dude.
And red. People have got red hair. and this is another stretch because it's red.
What's red?
That bit.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah, I can't have that.
It's
Yeah,
like doing the
I
Times crossword.
read into the search and it came up with that. So
So,
as far as I'm concerned,
how did Phil Lewis get hair out of that?
I don't know. I did think it might be hair earlier on, but I thought, nah.
I'm very happy that somebody got it. So yeah, I was pushing it a bit far this week. So apologies for that, but why not? You got.
Anders Ericsson says he loved that Ted and Fox are clueless about the theme. Oh yeah, we don't tell each other what.
Oh
the
no,
theme is.
there's no fun in that.
Yeah. Phil Lewis says Leonardo da Vinci had hair.
I think I'm in trouble with the wife as well. She didn't seem to like that one.
Next time get Gemma to pick it.
Oh dear. Yeah, links are getting to be not links. Well, there must be a link because someone guessed it. Leonardo da Vinci had hair. There you go, Phil Lewis. See?
Now, don't forget, of course, with all those very bizarre choices, like we said, if any of those do tickle your fancy, don't hang around. Get it in your basket, get it checked out, get it paid for. We don't know how many of any of those they have in stock. Whether they've got one urban wall or 500, we don't know. And don't forget now, with the new website, it's much faster. And you can use your Amazon details to check out. If you don't want to use PayPal or put in your card details, most of us are already signed into Amazon anyway. It can take your payment details from Amazon and just take that details. You don't have to input your card details or PayPal information if you don't want to. So it's much faster.
Yeah.
Remember you talking about the details as well. The details are not kept and they're not shared with anybody, so you won't get loads of spam emails and things and junk like that. So it's just between you and eModels.
Yes. And don't forget, of course, if you haven't bought anything in the last sort of 3 or 4 weeks, it is the new website. It's much more streamlined. It's much faster. They've got all new server farms, and the whole checkout process is much more streamlined. Everything on one page. It's fantastic.
Yeah. What you might find you need to do as well, if you've got the eModels web page saved on your phone or on your laptop or something like that, you might need to log out and log back in again just so it picks up all the new details for the
TK's in. He said, good evening all.
Yeah, you missed the best what's in store ever.
Yeah. Glenn G says, Chris, don't ever become a quizmaster. Nobody would have a clue what the answers should be. I used to know a guy who was a quizmaster at my local pub, and he was terrible, but he wasn't. Chris is nowhere near as bad as that was.
Yeah. David Moore says Chris has been spraying without his mask again.
Well, I am quite tired. But yeah, no. It's fine. No, someone won. Must have been only one person seemed to get the answer correct, but one more than I was really expecting.
I do feel a bit prouder that the idea of hair as the theme did cross my mind, but I shooed it away like an errant child.
You should never shoo away things.
So I know. So I'm a little bit proud that I did actually think about it. Might be hair.
Next week is of course Fox's turn, so
I
it's going
did
to
last
be simple.
Week.
It's going to be really, really easy. No, you didn't.
I chose them all. I chose them all.
Did you?
Next week.
You sure?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I chose colours. Didn't have the colours.
Yeah, because I read them out. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So is it down to? It must be down to me again. This
Fox's turn next week.
Right. Yeah. Sorry, I won't be here next week, but never mind. Max Scott says James Burke connections.
James Burke, what a legend!
James Burke and the connections.
James Burke's still going.
Is he still around?
He's still around, and he's still awesome. That was one of the voices. When I was a kid, growing up in the 70s and 80s, you grew up with the voice of James Burke, Carl Sagan, that bloke from Tomorrow's World, the old guy with the Spitfire pilot voice.
What was the guy that did the travel logs as well?
Alan Wicker.
Oh, yeah.
Wicked
World.
Yeah. Here we are.
Yeah, because we've got a book from his somewhere. Alan Wicker was all like, here in the houses of the rich and famous. No, hang on, that's more like not somebody else.
That's the other guy that's Grossman.
No, I'm thinking of never mind. I'll stop talking now. I'll be here all night.
Dad says Raymond Baxter.
Raymond Baxter, that's it. Always had a little cheerful smile on his face.
Yeah, they were all smiling, cheering, and wore suits, didn't they, and ties.
The thing is, though, right, he was a Spitfire pilot in World War II. So doesn't that mean that whatever he did afterwards would be rubbish? Because it wasn't
a bit of anticlimax.
He always looked enthusiastic about what he was presenting on Tomorrow's World, but I'd be there going, it's not as good as flying a Spitfire in World War II.
Mm-hmm.
Not as exciting.
Cool. Right, should we give something else away then? Time's getting on. Should we give some stickers away?
Yes.
Have we got a question for tonight's stickers?
Probably.
Do we have a question? I don't know. I'm not even an email. I'm a spoon.
No, I'm just checking tonight's email. eModels email. The emails.
No, not have we got any.
No, have we got any? People know to send stuff to us. Why have they not sent stuff to us yet?
Yes. See, if you'd sent us a question and answer to use in this segment, and we use your question and your answer, you would have got yourself a free sticker. But nobody's mailed us, so we've got to make up a question.
Yep.
Mark Scope says Magnus Pike science. This is correct.
Oh, Magnus Pike.
Magnus Pike. She blinded me with science.
You know, every time we have to make up a question, we keep one of these stickers.
Yeah. So every time we have to make up a question, a kitten loses its wings.
You're only making it worse for yourself.
Yeah. Sit on the step and think about what you've done, all of you.
Yeah, if nobody sends in questions next week, I'm going to make up the questions.
Yeah.
So
I'm just going to write a number on my hand.
Yeah, have you still got the number on your hand from last week, Chris?
I haven't. No, it's gone.
It was written with a Sharpie.
It was permanent marker, and it isn't still there. So someone's lying.
Marker, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd be taking it back then.
Someone's lying about these things.
We're going to need 2 questions because we've got stickers and we've got mugs. So. Which one? What, doing stickers first?
I don't know. Someone send us a question quick while we're doing a question now.
While we're trying to think of a question.
Yeah.
This is where we all look around our room that we're in now to see if we can get inspiration for something.
See, when I did the fact of the day, we asked a question about that, but nobody remembers your fact of the day. So
no, I don't even remember my fact of the day. In fact, no, the other week, everybody remembered it, but I didn't, and I was the one that read it out. I don't listen to myself.
Nobody's happy that I'm going to be making questions up next week, so send them in.
Yes.
You not sent them in yet?
No. Okay, I've got a question.
You can't just put them in the chat. You have to actually email them to us because
I've got a question.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with model making, but it's one off the top of my head.
Oh dear.
Here's the question. Everybody ready? Everybody ready? I'll give you a second. Give me a name that is shared by both a very, very good actor and an astrophysicist / cosmologist. Go. There's a person.
No.
A cosmologist and an actor. 2 different people, but they have the same name.
First and last.
Yep, both names.
Okay.
Obviously, the one who's the actor doesn't have the word professor at the start of his name. The other one does.
Oh,
I don't know the answer.
Bang, Mark Scopes says Brian Cox. There you go.
Cox, yeah.
This is what happens when you don't give us questions. We just pull things out of our butts and we get random weird questions. Yes, Professor Brian Cox. Also, the actor Brian Cox.
I don't know the actor.
Awesome actor. And I can't remember
what was he in?
You'd know him straight away if you saw him, but I can't remember anything he's been in. But he often gets frustrated because they get asked about each other as if they're other people. So
yeah, probably did they get the wrong fan mail sent to each other? Brian Cox.
Apparently they do. Apparently they do get them. They get the actor Brian Cox gets really frustrated when people ask him about
we've just got a question that's come in tonight for when we give the mug away. Which
we've got a question come in, so we're all right there.
Yes. Yeah. So who was it that won? I've forgotten already. Mark Scopes, send an email to ted@emodels.co.uk. When you win something, by the way, make sure, as well as putting some message in the email, in the title, put down whether you've won a big sticker or a small sticker or a pair of stickers. For this, it's 2 stickers. You get a big and a small. Whoever got the theme for the giveaway wins a big sticker. It's just so that when Ted goes through, he can see exactly what everybody wants and needs. If you win a mug, just put, I won a mug, and then we can filter them out. So then we don't have to go into Gmail.
I've got your email, Phil.
Yep, well done. So that you've won yourself a big sticker and a small sticker.
Dave Cardboard says Brian Cox is in everything, like Brian Blessed.
Brian Cox has the Brian Cox is just delightful hair. He's just...
I'll have to Google Brian Cox.
Robin Ince does the most fantastic Mickey take of Brian Cox. If you listen to the Infinite Monkey Cage, which is Brian Cox and Robin Ince just he always does Brian Cox and then ends up. It starts off as Brian Cox and kind of ends up as Alan Bennett, which is fantastic. Oh, look at the stars! They're delightful, they're brilliant. Yeah. Anyway.
And that question, the questions come in.
We've got some information on Brian Cox, the actor. Speedy Correct says Brian Cox, the actor, loads of stuff. The Long Kiss Goodnight, Rob Roy, Glimmer Man. Brian Cox, Irish actor, was the first Hannibal Lecter in Manhunter, plays a good baddie. Brian Cox, the professor, says Speedy Correct, used to be in the band D-Ream. Yes, he was. He was the keyboard player in D-Ream.
Cool.
Spirito Addict says Gordon's live. Mark Scopes, it is ted at eModels.co.uk. I shall put it in chat very noisily.
There
you go.
Fox was typing just before we came on air. He was typing away, then he stopped. Everything went quiet. I thought the sound had gone.
I have a vintage IBM keyboard, so it's like.
It doesn't have to type all of the time, though.
Yeah, IBM Model M keyboard, you can't beat it. Get one. Yeah. On my PC last night, Brian Cox was in Red Dwarf. Cool. Yes.
Right. Should we do the? Excuse me.
Is this not one of your horse get-togethers, Ted?
Yeah, I would.
That's only for Friday nights. We don't talk about that.
I would have a drink of water out of my eModels mug, but I haven't got it. It's somewhere else.
Packed away. No.
Yeah.
Is this what we're giving away now? An eModels mug?
We're doing a mug.
We're giving away an eModels mug, and there's an invisible one. There's the see-through version.
It's invisible. I knew.
Indivisible. eModels on one side.
Yeah. If you don't win a mug on the eModels mug giveaway, you can get one from the store with free postage.
Yep, they are sold at cost, so you pay for the mug exactly what eModels
non-profit
pay. Yeah, they make no profit on them. So if you want one, if you don't win one, you can order one. Add one to your order. If you've got a mug already and you want another mug, you can have another mug. Feel free to enter this. If you've got a mug already and you don't want another mug, don't answer the question, though. Give someone else a chance to get the happiness of being the first to win. So if you don't want another mug, don't answer the question. You can have a million mugs if you want. So
if you do answer the question, you're going to have a mug.
Yeah. It's confusing when you say, "Oh, I won the mug, but give it to somebody else." It gets all confusing. And
So what we'll do is, whoever gets the answer right, they win a mug. And we don't care if you've already got a mug, you don't want one. If you answer it and you win,
having it.
Yeah, there's a guy coming around with a mug.
With the mug, yeah.
So none of this. I want to give it to
It's a mug for your mug.
Yeah, because it all gets that confusing. So yeah, there you go. Because sometimes what we'll do is if there's been times when we'd say a mail's got deleted and we have to go back and look at the show to see who won, and we don't always pick up that somebody else then said, "Can you give it to someone else?" Which is why we say if you win one but you don't want it, just accept it. You've got a mug coming to you.
Oh, right. We've got a couple of questions that have come in actually, so we'll pick one, Sean.
I like the one that Glenn said first.
We've actually got a load of questions come in. I think we guilted them into actually doing a load of questions.
I think it's the threat of me making up the questions next week.
Yeah. I think it's when I did my question, they went, "Oh yeah, we're not having that."
Yeah. So shall we do the first question that came in?
Yeah, go for the first one. I don't know which the first one was now. Was it Glenn?
Was that Glenn? I like Glenn's question. I hope it's correct.
Yeah, bear in mind we don't fact check this. We're going to want exactly what he sent us in the email. If it's wrong, you have to shout at Glenn.
It'll take a while to get it right if it's not the correct answer.
We may be here for some time.
Yeah, I think we could round it up. I think
we need it exactly right.
We need it exactly
right to begin with.
Yep.
And then find out if it is right.
I mean, we can decimalize it, I suppose, if we need. Anyway, who's asking the question?
Yeah, I'll do that. Yep. Right. This is a question from Glenn Grocott. Is that good? Yeah, Glenn. He asked a question tonight. Is the simple question? You might have to Google it if you don't know it off the top of
He
your
says
head.
it's straight off Google, so it should be correct.
Yeah. Right. What is the speed of light? Go.
We're looking for the exact number.
It's got lots of numbers in it. So,
And you now know where to find it, because I read that out.
we don't want anyone just putting in C. 'Cause that's
Yeah.
Or fast. Fast doesn't count.
Cookie Monster says T. No, that's not correct, TK.
Speedy Q8 says fast. There we go.
Peter
Peter
West
West says fast.
Well,
It's a bit faster than fast.
Nobody says right fast.
No.
miles per second.
Oh, we
might
got
be-
it in meters. We
yeah,
got it in meters.
we use proper scientific units. So
We have a correct answer from Anders Eriksson, who says 299,792,458 meters per second.
Yep.
Which is absolutely spot on, as we've got. So 299,790,458 meters per second. That's pretty fast.
That's pretty fast.
That's faster than this.
it is much faster than that. Yep.
That's pretty fast.
Getting lots of different speeds, and some of them might be correct there or thereabouts, but that was that was what we were looking for.
That's as fast as Fox leaving your screen and hitting your eyeballs.
No, that's as fast as me getting to your plate of food when I realise you have a plate of food. You eat that? Yes, so Phoebe did put miles per second, but we're not capable of doing math, so we go off the answer we've got, which is meters per second.
Yeah. Well, we don't check the answers because you do.
Tiger Tank 2 said, had to go and do some work. What's tonight's model kit theme? It was hair.
Hair, yeah.
And it was the vaguest thing ever. Spruce says, that's faster than Fox's car. Not moving at all is faster than my car, trust me. I stay on the inside lane and do 50 just for the fear my car may explode.
Yeah. Right. What else? Is there anything else to do?
Vincent says saying 1 light year per year would have been correct as well.
Technically, yes. I never thought of answering like that, but you could. Or just the universal. Very well, thank you. Maybe you're not sure. Very well, thank
Andrew
you.
Preston said he's quicker than Ted doing the Titanic. I believe the Titanic's been put back a little bit, hasn't it? Because of they're doing some mods to it.
Did they hear that you weren't going to be able to do it quite yet?
Yeah, they're holding it off till got the loft done. Right. I think is that about it for tonight.
Wait, who won the thing? It was Anders. Yes, Anders, you know what to do. Send them out to Ted at eModels.co.uk. Put in the title that you want the mug. Remember, if we win a sticker, Ted has to physically post those out. And we do that once every months. Because neither Ted nor I live anywhere near a post office. If you win the mug, we send your details to eModels and they send them out. So we don't send the mugs out. If you've won a sticker in the past and you haven't received it yet, we will know. We've got you on the list. We've got a big pile of ones to send out. We just don't get a chance to send them out until, once every now and then. So don't panic. We'll just pile up. You might have like 8 stickers coming to you. You never know.
Right, I'm just trying to get this picture that Glenn sent us. Once again, I haven't downloaded it, so it's a bit difficult to do because I'm logged in as eModels. Because I forgot again. He sent a picture a few weeks ago of the modelling crew, which he'd done a bit of. Okay, it's not in focus, is it? I'm just hoping I can do that before my battery runs out on the phone.
Yeah. There's always an issue with your phone, isn't there, Ted?
yeah. 1 minute, it's.
No.
Look it on, mate. There we are.
Well, I can see you've manipulated me and Ted a little bit, but Fox looks the same.
You've gone dark there, Ted.
Oh,
Phone turned off.
Yeah, I think we've all just died.
Hey, awesome.
Oh well. Oh, we try. I try and get it up for next week. I'll try and remember.
Have it open on your desktop. You can just share it.
Yeah, I can't send it to me on my phone because it'll come through as. Never mind.
Well, no, if you open email on your desktop and then save the picture to the desk to your computer.
Yeah, but I'm just logged in this email eModels. Oh, hang on a minute.
So we'll sort it out later.
Yeah, yes.
If I start pressing buttons now.
Yeah, no. Gemma Williams says stickers can even take a while if they don't need posting. Chris.
Yes, that is could be a hint there. Yeah, put it in an envelope, Chris, and just
Yeah,
draw,
I haven't got an envelope, but I'll draw a stamp on the back of it and
draw a stamp on it and pretend the postman, rattle the letterbox and sort of, hello, postman, thank you very much. You know what to do. Right, I think we're about to call it a night. A little bit earlier than usual, but once again, got to go to bed, got to get up early in the morning. So I think unless there's anything else pressing, guys.
Hang on, I just need to quickly refresh.
And drag.
He's gone.
Yeah, we mentioned
Go
going.
quick before he comes back. Oh no, he's back.
My microphone was freaking out. It kind of freaks out every now and then. Feedback, so.
It could be the weather. Yeah, right. I think what we'll do, we'll call it a night for this evening. It's bedtime, and we'll do it all again next week, shall we? It's been quite an interesting show tonight. Quite chatty, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, right. Yeah, we'll wrap up. We'll see you all again next week. Thanks everybody for dropping in. Don't forget, send any questions or comments that you've got to Ted at eModels, eModels.co.uk.
Next week by the looks of it. So.
And we'll see you all again next week, same time, same place. Hopefully, all three of us will be together again, where everything, so weather and technology and things, all get itself together in one place. So, yeah, right. So, thank you, everybody. Good night, and God bless, and may your God go with you, as Dave Allen says.
You went all Dave Allen there. May your God go with you.
May God go with you.
Never mind.
Where's my gin? Yeah, good night, everybody. Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Adios, amigos.
Bye.